Let's see here. Let's see here. Yo, we got some Jay-Z news. Let's hit some of these Jay-Z moments though, because family, you know what? With Jay-Z been in the news so much lately, people just kind of coming out with stories about Hov. So let's check out this story of Bridget Kelly, who I'm thinking what was Bridget Kelly like? Did she do a song with Hov? Let me see here. Bridget Kelly featuring Jay-Z. Was she like a backup singer or some shit? Okay, I'm assuming oh, wait. Okay, yeah. She was like I guess a stage performer with Hov. She would come out and sing Empire State of Mind, it looks like, right? Which I actually didn't know. Family, y'all know Bridget Kelly. Like, I really know Bridget Kelly more from podcasting than her actual music career, which may be kind of sad. Okay, so we got Bridget here. Because, of course, you can't get Alicia Keys out every time, right? So, boom. You see Bridget Kelly, she's out here, she's touring with Hov at the time. That's kind of helping set up this story, all right? Let's check it out.
It all happened very quickly, and then I go back to work, and then Jay's like, "Hey, I need you to have a passport because we're gonna do this. We're gonna do London with Coldplay. We're gonna open for Coldplay." And I was like, "Never been to London. I have a passport, but I've never been to London. But okay,
I can get there.
I can get there." And I was like, he calls me at work, and I'm under the desk, like, "Hey, I have to call you back." He's like, "Where are you?" Like, "I'm at my job." Like, why are you?
He probably didn't even know she was working.
He laughed and was like, he laughed. He was like, wait. He's like, "I'm sorry."
But they don't understand reality.
He said, "Run that back." I was like, "I'm at work, Jay. I have a job." I have a job. He was like, "All right, well, I just need you in London on Wednesday. Can you get there?" "Yeah, I'll be there." "All right, cool." He was like, "Yo, and by the way, quit your job. Today's your last day at that job." And I was like, "Okay." And that was the last day of my job.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, "I gotta go. I'm not coming
Respect to
back."
Hov on that one.
This girl got a job.
Now look, I'm gonna pause right there because off rip, they glaze and Hov. My question is this: do you quit your job? Like, let's be honest. Hov say, "Hey, look, man, I need you in London for this show." You got a job though. Let's say you trying to live a stable life. You got a job, right? Now you can make it for whatever shows Hov needs you for, right? You can do that. That's no problem. But Hov, to ensure that, tells you to quit your job. Nigga like me would not have quit my job and would have told Hov I quit. And after we finished with this, I would have just went back to what I'm doing, right? But you could assume she was under a pretext that maybe Hov is gonna sign her, keep her around, keep her working. No, Hov used her for the shows, and I'm sure she got a bag. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure Hov paid her good to be out, touring with him. But after that, nigga, you going back home and that big lump sum for that one moment, although it's well, hey, how do you live going forward? Now, hopefully you got a job where if you do make a decision like that, maybe they bring you back, or maybe you can get in a position just as good. But do you just up and quit your job because someone tells you, "Hey, look, man, I need you here"? You know what I mean? Obviously, you needed that job and you were working your dreams at the same time. I feel like that's what most people do. They work a regular job and they're trying to work their dreams until it's obvious their dreams can overtake that job, right? So she's working a job. I'm not, me personally, seeing myself quitting it. And so now Bridget Kelly is a podcaster. Actually, she had a podcast on the Joe Budden Network for a little while. Then they kind of ventured off and did their own thing. And now that podcast has now ended. So I'm not really sure how she's making coins these days, to be honest with you. But which shows why she needed a job in the beginning, right? But just a moment where, you can see Hov using the person as he needed, regardless of their situation somewhat, right? And we got a few more stories like that. I think we got one more stocked up. Let's check it out. This one is from Combat Jack. Now, rest in peace, Combat Jack. If you do not know, Combat Jack is like the godfather of all podcasts, right? He is, of hip-hop podcasts. He was doing podcasts 2 to 3 hours before Joe Budden, before Brilliant Idiots, before a lot of people were even thinking about podcasts, right? And he's a staple in New York, right? So he was speaking of Hov. Let's check out this story.
He was rocking this piece. I was just glowing. It looked silver. It's like a silver piece. It was just glowing. And I had never seen, I rocked silver at the time. A lot of cats in New York was rocking silver at the time. So I was just like, yo, was that silver, dog? And he just gave me kind of like this laugh, like, you know, like looking at Clark like they don't know. And I'm like...
And when he's saying Clark, he's saying DJ Clark Kent. Rest in peace again, DJ Clark Kent. A staple in hip hop.
Is that
right?
silver though? You know what I'm saying? But he wouldn't answer.
Wearing that platinum shit when all y'all chicks thought it was silver and shit.
What? Now, at least he tried to cover it up a little bit by saying chicks and shit, but he just took a shot at Combat Jack. What the fuck? Nigga took a shot at Combat Jack on imaginary players. That's crazy. He's stunning on Combat. My nigga said, yo, I was rocking platinum when a lot of you chicks thought it was silver and shit, you know? Now look, we just got an update on Jay's current allegations, right? Just to catch you up, of course, if you don't know, Hove is currently being featured in a lawsuit with the Diddler, where the claims are Diddy and Hove had as aid a minor, right? 13-year-old girl. Now, from the evidence we've currently seen, seems completely fabricated, right? Even when it comes to where Hove was at the time, where the girl is currently saying it happened, that they're saying Hove wasn't there. They have footage and proof to show Hove wasn't there. And Hove has been trying his best to get this thing shut down before it pretty much even started, right? Now, it began, I think, in October when a lawyer came to Hove's lawyer and said, you know, he's been featured in this lawsuit, but if you pay us some money, essentially we'll keep you out of it, keep your name out of it. Hove declined and then actually sued, at that time, Tony Bugsby, the person who was filing the lawsuit against Hove for the girl, right? Long story short, Hove wanted the girl's identity released so the world could know who she is while they're fighting these allegations, and he wanted it dismissed. He wanted both of these things to happen. He wanted this case dismissed, and a judge has shot down his attempt to get the case dismissed and has ruled that the accuser can proceed with her case anonymously, right? Now, one of the things Hove was trying to say is, you're out here tarnishing my name. We ought to be able to know who you are so we can properly fight these allegations. First of all, family, let me let you know something. Hove been knew who the fuck she was. Hove knows exactly who this girl is, putting these allegations on his name. Not only that, he is trying to, in my opinion, you know, shame her, right? He wants to get her face out there, show these allegations are false, and, you know, probably have the people ridicule her some, right? So, I guess for now, this is a win for Tony Bugsby. You know, the girl can stay anonymous, and they don't have this case currently dismissed yet, right? So, that's just something going on with Hove, going on, I guess, with some of the other things we saw with some of those stories, right? Okay. Okay, and family, look,